What's up, racing people? SpeedZone TV here tonight, bringing you race number 7 for Pocono Raceway. I'm your host, alongside my co-host, Chris. Chris, give a shout out to the peeps.
Hello, sports fans and race fans. I'm back with you guys tonight, hoping to catch a good race tonight here from Pocono.
Heck yeah.
Robert, hello.
Hello. Hello. Yeah, we're scheduled for 80 laps tonight, so I'm expecting a lot of great action on this big facility, the Tricky Triangle. Take a look at just our weather for right now. For race number 7, we're sitting at 65 degrees, partly cloudy, 2-mile-an-hour winds with 91% humidity. So we could see a little bit of overcast as the race progresses, hopefully not. So, you know, if you're watching the broadcast and you want to give a shout out to your driver, we'll be watching the chat, Chris and I, and just looking to hear from you guys. We're running a little bit different camera pack tonight, so we'll have to see how that fares. And yeah, take a look at our starting grid, Chris. Let's do it. Our starting grid here, pole position Tyler Manning in 78. Copperthorne in the 98 is outside pole. Tolson in 3rd. Monday in 4th. Wilkinson 5th. Hurst 6th. 7th goes to Phipps. Highland is in 8th, but is our current points leader. Morton in 9th. Jackson in 10th. Worrell in 11th. Louder in 12th. McKee in 13th. Hunter in 14th. In 15th position, we have Laurent. Presley's in 16th. Lussier in 17th. Tiffany in 8th. 19th is Ramsey. 20th is BB. 22nd is Richardson. Isbell in 23rd. And Jeff Scott, I'm not sure if he's racing, is in 24th. Got any predictions for tonight's race, Chris?
No predictions. Well, we have 20 cars in the field tonight, so it should be some good racing. I don't know a lot about Pocono other than its odd shape, so maybe you could talk about some highlights of this kind of odd shaped track. But I don't know. I missed last week's broadcast. I know Pylon is leading the charge here in the championship so far. I don't know how he did last race, but he always seems to kind of bring it up to the podium. So I don't know. I maybe have to lean that direction, but yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
Well, we're scheduled for a long one, so you're likely to see Pylon. He's currently sitting in 8th, but you're likely to see him charge up to the front, lead some laps at some point. Barry Tolson in the 28 machine, currently in 3rd, starting in 3rd, was last week's winner. He's a newcomer to the series, but he's been very impressive in his short stint here. As far as track characteristics, there's 3 different turns. It's called the Tricky Triangle, and the pace truck's about to duck off, Chris, so let's strap in here.
Let's do it. Let's get at it.
Manning gets a good start on the outside of, on the inside of Copperthorne with Olsen in behind. 3 wide already further back. That's a little scary. Single file so far. Well, by two. Wagner's Welding is a proud sponsor of Ruff Racing. They've been on board since the dawn of time. So happy to give them a shout out. Oh, contact. Copperthorne in the wall. We're able to
look like we saw some trucks get a little lucky through that.
100%. No caution.
Would you say a little bit of cold tires, perhaps, maybe on this opening lap?
Yeah, like it's weird because I'm not showing a full incident, but Copperthorne's going to have some substantial damage with that contact to the wall. Sitting back in 17th. Take a look at his truck. See if we see any damage on it.
Copperthorne always a hard charger. Maybe just push it a little too hard too early, perhaps?
It looked like there was some car contact. I'm not seeing any damage there, but there was a big show, a big gaggle of cars, right? So I just see no caution. These they're running 54-second lap times, and then you start to see tires fall off. So as you go into turn 1, we'll go on our leader here. This turn is kind of a typical kind of turn, I guess you would see at a speedway like this, where it's got some nice banking. Turn 2's our tunnel turn. We're basically almost full throttle through here.
And why is it called a tunnel turn?
Because it's like a tunnel. I don't know, Chris.
Okay.
Manny doing a great job of just getting out a little bit of a lead. Turned to 53.7 last time. Definitely one of the fastest cars on the track.
Well, Manning is definitely controlling the pace here. Also not far behind. Then we have Hurst, Morton, Morale. Those guys falling behind a little bit.
It could be a little bit of tire strategy. Like the fuel window here is expected to be around 25 laps. So, you know, if you do save a little bit of tire, you're probably in a good spot to run a little harder later on. Yellow is out.
Look, yeah, I saw that. Someone hit the wall back there. Early carnage.
Take a look and see if we can find it here.
Yikes.
On the 6 machine here. Wind it back, Wayne Isbell. Looks like he was not clear. Who tagged him there? Who was that?
He got the old pit maneuver, it looked like.
Didn't pay his bills. 83 machine, a BB. On the outside. And really maybe Isbell wasn't fully aware of where BB was on the outside. He's coming out of the corner in turn 3 here. BB's just slightly there still. Tough break.
Tough break. Should I make my amateur calls yet or later in the race?
Yeah, well, later.
Yeah, I think so. We'll save that portion for at least halftime.
6 laps in, Chris. Manning still holding down the fort. Tolson second, Hurst third.
Well, on that note, 6 laps in, is Pocono known to have a lot of cautions? You know, I mean, I guess it just all depends on circumstances, but generally, how is this track rated?
Typically, this is like a bigger track, right? Like there's room. You can run multiple grooves. So you can run the higher side in 1, and you can run the second groove in 3. A couple guys ducking down the pit. But the tunnel turn can be a little tight, so that it's a little tricky because you kind of want to get down to the bottom and huck the line, and you're pretty much wide open through there. So,
I hear it's like driving in a tunnel.
is it?
That's what I hear.
A lot of guys chose to pit. It's likely a fuel strategy. See anyone taking tires right now? It's more so just topping up and making sure that they can go longer. So this would put the 1 pack of cars at around lap 27, lap 30. And then now if they're pitting, it'd be 25 laps on that, which would be, what's that? 32?
I'm not good at math.
Get them about a five extra laps, but losing that track position, I'm not really sure if that's something that you want to do. Hopperthorne looks to be getting that damage fixed. Shout out to our sponsors in the bottom right. 760 Graphics, if you're in the market for something cool, maybe you need a fresh eye racing paint or something like that, you want to reach out to them. Shout out to Renegade Racing if you're looking to get your hands dirty on a super late model. Maybe running those Thursday nights. That's tomorrow night. Be at Kern Speedway. Kevin Harvick's Kern Speedway. What do you have for dinner, Chris? Oh no, Chris is dead. Two-minute caution laps. I think anybody could go insane pacing around for 2 minutes. Lights are off on the pace track. We're going to get rolling pretty shortly. I'm really interested in the different strategies that we got going on now with the mix of fuel that has occurred. Race number 7 here, so we finished the halfway point of the season. Had 5 different winners in 6 races. I'm wondering if we're going to see somebody else dance it off tonight in the victory circle and be successful at claiming their spot in the spotlight at Roughneck Racing. Green is out. Manning gets a great start. He's gone. Morton in the hunt on Tolson. And Hurst looking low as Morton backs off the entry of the corner. Number 79, our SpeedZone TV sponsored truck. All had a good finish a few weeks ago and hasn't been able to get it done. Great battle here. Great shots. Olsen sitting close, only 3/10 back from our leader. You can see that the draft is very significant here as they go down the stretch. Olsen's able to close up as well as Morton and Hurst. Field separating out. Let's take a look a little bit further back. Taking a look at the 83 machine of BB. He's up 9 spots right now. Inside on Presley. Not able to quite get the run. Piling in behind. Another close battle here is the 98 machine making a move on the 2 of Richardson.
And I'm back.
Okay. Welcome.
Looks like Manning's in the pit.
Manning is not in the pits.
Oh. Coming out of the pits? I need to collect myself. Sorry to the viewers.
Manning's actually holding off the lead right now on Tolson. He's about 4/10 ahead with Morton in behind. So we talked about that pit window. With that caution, the pit window should be around lap 28 for these guys, so about in 16 laps. But there was the mix of drivers there that pitted, so they should be in the pit window of around like 35, 37. Should be pretty interesting.
All right, well, let's check in with some of the live chat. That always gets everyone going. We have
people going.
Get some people going here. The Donnie Neal, the Tricky Triangle. He said Jimmy called it. Okay. And then he also wants to know, is gaggle an official term?
Gaggle of cars. It is.
It is a gaggle. Okay. Then it is. We've answered that one. And then he was commenting earlier on the spin that we had. So we got that logged away in the books. And then Ben Ryan, is he normally a part of this league? I don't recognize the name, but
he ran last week, buddy.
I wasn't here last week.
Well, you should have tuned into the SpeedZone TV broadcast, Chris.
You're right. I just outed myself. I should have tuned in. Well, anyway, he's sorry that he missed this one. He didn't make it home in time. So, shout out to you, Ben. We're sorry you didn't make it either, but we hope to see you next week on track. And then Donnie Neely's giving us a wave. So did a little check-in. Robert, you can take us back to the action. Sorry, just had some
housekeeping.
Some housekeeping to attend to, but I'm back.
Kylan's been slowly trying to make his way up through the field, but he hasn't had any luck just yet. It's very actually hard to pass here. So we were fortunate enough to get out and do some practice laps. But one of the things I definitely noticed was just how hard it was to pass. You get like a little run on the inside of somebody, and the momentum that they have on the outside of you, just substantial. See if we see any close battles on the track. It looks like Morton and Monday are battling it out right now. This is for the fourth spot, tight through the tunnel turn. Drag race down the front stretch. Morton running the high side. Interesting to see. Got a new truck this week too. WeatherTech.com, paying the bills, putting the tires, putting the fuel in the tank.
Oh, very nice.
Morton able to hold off the charge from Monday. Highland finally gets around Presley and now is looking to hunt down McKee.
McKee?
No, not that McKee.
Regular McKee.
Yeah, this is regular McKee, not Blue Chew. Looking on the inside, going into turn one. Pylan's going to have the run here. Looks like Scott in behind is trying to follow through, running the high side in 1 and 2. You just see how it gets the momentum there. Manning and Tolson are battling for the lead. Crosses them over down through the tunnel turn. And into turn 3. This is a battle down the front stretch now.
Tight racing.
Yeah. Oh, a little door touchy.
That's what you call the door touchy. Now, is it advantageous to have the inside line?
I think it helps from like a tire perspective to run the bottom, but the outside is going to have the momentum. So we just saw Tolson make the pass on the outside. So saving a little bit of tire here goes a long way, because as you're charging into the corners, you kind of get the right front loaded up, you heat it up, you start to scrub off all the speed. And we're in the cockpit here of the 28 machine, our current leader. Let's just kind of like look at the way he takes the corner here. Right down to the yellow line now. A lot of wheel input. You can hear that car pushing a little bit. Tires are scrubbing. I'd be very surprised if the 28 machine is able to substantially pull away from the 78 of Manning. Woo!
And you're just basing that off of how rough he is on these tires here?
No, Manning's been as fast. They've been as fast as each other, and a slight brush to the wall. It's very hard to pull away because of the long straightaways in the draft that you get. So you can see Manning charging up and closing the gap going into turn one.
Shout out to Oreo.
Yeah. I haven't had an Oreo in a hot minute, man.
Yeah.
.28 is maintaining about a 2/10 gap. Closes in the longer they are on the straightaways, right? So 3/10 there, but you can see as they go down the front stretch, inches up ever so close. Take a look around the track. Let's maybe poke in at McKee and Scott battling it out for contact.
Oh, right at the right time. Uh-oh.
No caution.
He regained. Very nice.
He did regain, but that was a tough one. Go ahead and take a look at our SpeedZone TV instant replay here. And
with the SpeedZone TV truck.
Yeah. Here's Jeff Scott on the bottom. We're going to hit play. Looks like somebody didn't want to share the track too much.
Gave him the old 1-2.
That was just a 1. Back to live action. He's able to recuperate, but he's lost 4 or 5 spots now. Tough break for him. Take a look at our 83 machine of Liam Beebe. Up 9 spots tonight, having a pretty good run in the Nesquik. Manning and Tolson battling again. Let's take a look at our leaders.
Good stuff. This is what the fans want to see.
This is what the people want to see.
It's provocative.
Get the people going. Not sure what's happening. Tolson is brushing the wall on entry. So hard to pass here. These 2 trucks are so even.
Live chat update. The Donnie Neal Jimmy is hungry after last race's debacle.
Wondering if Manning's going to be able to make a move on the A machine before he has to pit. But we've got two takers coming down pit lane. That'll be the 79 of Matt Worrell and the 57 of Robert Monday. They're our first Cowboys to pit. See if they're bolting on tires here, or if the strategy is to run the tires dead. I mean, they were 5 and 6 seconds back, so
looking like tires all around.
All around. Our leaders coming in the pits. If Scott's going to be following him in as well, he's just a little further back. Going to make Johnny Hurst our new leader. You like KFC?
I do. It's not in my normal repertoire of food, but it's not bad. How about you?
No. No, I don't like it.
Okay.
Don't like it. Island is 2.6 seconds back. I mean, it's on Johnny's truck, so Johnny likes it. Johnny Hurst.
It's paying the bills.
Yeah, finger licking good. Hey, hey, hey. Wonder how long Hurst is going to stay out for. I think he's going to be one of the drivers that pitted. No, he did not pit. He's got to be coming in the next, like, 2 to 3 laps. Got a battle here between Richardson and Lussier.
It's your countryman.
It is my countryman. It's enabled to get around the 5 machine. What's going to be really interesting, Chris, is when all the pit cycles start to shuffle. If this thing stays green, we've got 2 distinct strategies now. We had drivers come in already on lap 23. We had a few other drivers come in around lap 27, so they'll be on a similar strategy. But then we have the drivers that pit and took fuel. They're going to be coming in the next, like, 9 laps or so. And the difference, or the interesting part about that, is that they're going to have 2 different wears on their tires. So is that group that is later pitting, are they going to be in a better position at the end of the race if it stays green, or is the short pit going to pay off?
So many factors.
I
don't know.
Manning's able to get ahead of Olsen out of the pits and open up a little bit of a gap there. I'm not sure if it's enough for him to get away. We'll have to see. 2 other cars coming in the pits. These guys would still be on strategy number 1. That's the 53 machine of Richard Jackson. And coming down as well is Laurent. Brianna Laurent. Back up to our leader. In the 3 machine, Johnny Hurst. Oh, coming down. Look at that. Perfect time. He's coming in the pits. He's got Pylan following him in behind. He closed like two-second gap rather quickly. Got BB coming in as well. The gaggle of cars.
And that is an official term.
Yeah. The more you use it, the more it's official.
Mm-hmm.
Need smooth entries on their pits here. Don't see anybody sliding, which, sometimes it's so scary when you jump through a car, but it looked weird because the crew was getting jacked up at the same time, right?
Yeah, I jumped. Looks like some good stops.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Hurst is in there so long. He might have got a speeding and a hold penalty. Copperthorne is our current leader after suffering a little bit of a catastrophe. He's able to get his truck fixed and get on the second strategy. So everyone behind... Oh, I guess everyone is pitted. Odd. Except Copperthorne and the 5 Machine of Blessier. Because Manning and Tolson were our leaders before. Morton is actually in the hunt. He's currently in 5th spot. Take a look at Morton. Let's take a look at our lap times from the last time around. 54.15 was Tolson. 54.22 was Manning. Likely a little bit of a draft working there. 54.6 from Morton. A little bit slower. He's going to let them get away. It's going to be hard for him to catch up. Doing some hot laps out in front of the field is that 98 machine of Copperthorne. Take a look. Yeah, he did come in on lap 6. So it's likely he's going to have to come in the next few laps to get some fuel.
Well, these guys have been doing a good job of kind of holding it together through all of these laps and in and out through the pits.
Yeah, and this is like different type of racing, right? It's such a big track that there's room for people to make a mistake or make a pass and do it safely. Ooh, McGee almost brushes the wall. That's going to give Jackson the run. What Copperthorne would like right now is a caution. Got a pit taker here. Number 13 of Ramsey coming in the pits. See if there's any tight battles on the track. We'll go back to Jackson and McGee.
Now, I don't have all your data in front of me, but where did Hurst come out? We saw Hurst leading and then come in for an extended pit. Where is Hurst in the lineup?
Hurst is currently sitting 19th. He's a lap down, so likely got a black flag for speeding coming into the pits, which resulted in a hold.
Well, unfortunate, but we've seen Hurst's go from behind, make up laps, all et cetera, et cetera. So you never know if we do get a caution and he can make that up.
Yeah, 100%.
He can charge to the field.
Copperthorne exiting the pits now. Manning and Tolson got the boxing gloves back on. This will be the fight for the lead. That 5 car is actually headed into the pits. See the power of that outside line as 28 machine can't get a run. Take a look at our lap times. 55 seconds. For our leaders. 55 seconds for Warhol. Ours a little bit further back on the different pitch strategy. Running a little bit faster. We're seeing some lower 54-second laps. See if there's a battle in the field we can take a look at.
That's a pretty good battle.
It is. They've been battling for I don't know how many laps. Now Tolson's not in the hunt for a championship just yet. He hasn't run a full schedule, but Tyler Manning is currently sitting in 4th in points. He still is seeking his first win of the season, and a run like this could definitely give him a substantial making on the cars in front of him. Wilkinson and Richardson look to be pretty tight. Let's take a look at them. See the draft come in play as the 2 machine is pulling up closer to the 20 machines. Wilkinson. Take a look at their pit stop laps. Richardson's got the newer tires by about 4 laps. That should probably play a pretty significant factor. Richardson should be able to get him here within the next lap or 2. Any other battles? Copperthorne actually is not doing too bad for time. He's 22 seconds behind the leader on a completely different strategy. His last lap was a 53.9.
Did we lose car 23?
Who's car 23?
Wasn't louder in this race?
Yes,
Oh,
he jumped
we
to
have
the
a caution.
pits. You have a caution. Let's take a look at what happened here with our SpeedZone TV instant replay. On McKee right now. We're just going to hit play and let's see what happens.
Not Blue Chew McKee.
Not Blue McKee. Looks like he just ran low and got loose. Back that up, just funsies. The cockpit here. I'm not sure why we're running below the yellow line.
Just unsettled the car.
Oh yeah, of course, right? You're moving from the banking to a more of a flat surface. Jumps to pits. Back to live action. Let's see if, you know, we're going to have a bunch of pit takers here. I believe we will.
I would think so.
We're almost halfway through the race, Chris.
Well, yeah, I'd say it's been pretty good good driving by these guys. I mean, you know, I guess like you said, the track is wide, a lot of different lanes. I mean, I think these guys have been doing a pretty good job. These cautions definitely mix up some strategies for sure.
Oh, look, we have a mix of people all shooting down the pits. Manning and Tolson, Morton, Lussier did not pit, but everyone else is in the pits. I'm not thinking we're going to see somebody take tires. Just fuel. Oh, yeah. A couple of them are taking tires, Chris. This is going to be pretty interesting. If this thing stays green, somebody's taking tires here. If they get out front and can gap the field a little bit, it's going to be a huge advantage.
Well, a lot of these guys, they're on their second set, though, correct?
I would think so, yeah. It's like,
yeah, so
scary.
Tires will run dry towards the end. So those who have not taken their second set yet might have an advantage. Towards the end.
Yeah, if it stays green, though, I'm thinking that, you know, somebody like the top three, they came in on lap 23, 21. We're going to have to pit by lap. I don't know. You got to do the math. 25, which is 45. So they're going to come in shortly. So I'm not sure if they're just going to run out the strategy or what. Or, you know, if I missed something. I don't think I did. But if our data isn't showing that they pitted, then they did not pit.
Well, I can tell you this.
Oh, no.
80 divided by 2 is 40. And we're right about there. That's the halfway point. And we got a lot more racing ahead of us.
Yeah. And, you know, now that you're saying it like that, to me, maybe taking tires was a little premature. Unless they didn't take them earlier, and that's why they were so far behind, right? Maybe they're taking their first set and we missed it.
That's why I'm here.
Is it?
To offer that different perspective.
The right perspective?
I don't know if it's right or not, but it's just a different one.
That's a very crazy.
It's crazy. All right, well, we got these guys first and second. We've been seeing a lot of them. Tolleson and Manning going at it. Hot Shoe Pyland. He's bouncing around.
Is he?
Yeah, he's looking good. Here
comes the green, Chris. He's gonna bounce around some more. They're stacking
and
up
we talked about Johnny Hurst earlier.
Yep.
He's in 13th place right now on his lead lap. So those are just some facts I can deliver on this lap.
Yeah, I mean, just spitting straight facts, eh, brother?
Yeah.
Down into turn 1. 28 machine charges out. Thought we were going to see a little brush of the wall there from the 78.
I thought that was going to happen.
But these guys actually, you know, respectful racing. You know, we have a 4-car field pretty much, and a lot of single file racing. Now you're starting to see the difference between new and old tires as Island is looking under the 5 machine of Lussier, my fellow Canadian brethren, Wagwan, and BB looking under the 57 of Monday. Caution is out.
Oh boy.
SpeedZone TV live replay. Here we go. On looking at 17, Presley. It's looked on, and that's going to be contact from the 20. Now, Chris, I'm going to back it up. I'm going to let you do your thing.
Okay. Time to engage this. We are at the halfway point. How's my driving? I'll be able to answer that in about a minute. All right, here we go. I might have to see it one more time, but I think I got my opinion.
Okay. I'm sure everybody's waiting.
I know. Well, we've got time to kill, so this doesn't hurt.
See if I
go back to the far chase here.
I just want to see what other angles are there for you, buddy.
Okay. That's not the angle that I need.
My bad.
Oh, and he almost kind of caught it too, which is unfortunate.
Chase isn't very chasey. There it goes.
That's okay. So, you know what? I could say there was maybe a little bit of netco, but it looked like perhaps Presley was coming down just a little bit. Everything's moving so quick, but I would say that Presley came down. And Mike's a good guy. I've done a lot of racing with him. Yeah, I've done a lot of racing with him. He's a good guy, but I would say that is that's the scenario
you're here. You're giving it to Presley?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be on the other side of the coin toss here. I'm gonna give it to the 20 machine. I feel like the 20 could have entered lower. And the reason why I'm saying that, we'll go back just a little bit more, is that back to the same camera. As you look at the cars in front, Presley is ahead of him. He's not really there, right? And look at where the other cars are. Presley's in the second groove already. The 20 machine should be hugging the yellow line. That's just,
Well,
maybe we have to
I think we could chalk it up to it's a give and take moment for both of those guys. 100%. How about that?
I mean, we're halfway through the race, right?
Right.
We didn't need to see a caution right there. That kind of disrupts the strategies. And I didn't want to see it. Because now you have Manning, Tolson, and Morton all coming into the pits right now. They actually left the pits. See if they took tires. Think they took tires?
Oh, boy. I don't know. We just came out of the pits.
Right. So here we got some pits.
I would say no. I would say just top off for fuel. What do I know?
You can see that they're getting jacked up.
Not a lot.
They bolted. They bolted on tires, Chris.
Well, there's reasons why I'm here and reasons why you're here.
What are those reasons?
I don't know. I think mine is more for comedic relief, maybe. I don't know.
Comedic.
All right. We'll go to live chat here for a minute. We got a lot of comments here from the Donnie Neal. He was saying, if the race is stormed by thousands of angry Canadian geese, it's because they want their gaggle back.
Oh, yeah, they do.
We have that. I was doing math earlier. He said numbers don't lie. That's the truth. And then Canucks in the house? Question mark.
Yeah.
Yes, we have one, and our broadcaster.
Hi.
Not me.
Hi.
So that's where we're at right now. And
lights are off on the pace truck, Chris. We got 36
I'm looking at that.
laps to go.
Highland in second place. Johnny Hurst, he's in sixth. We knew he'd make a comeback. You can never count him out.
So now we have 16 different pit stop strategies here. Manning and Tolis in 11th and 12th, with Morton 13th. They're the freshest tires, so those guys, number 46, number 98, all have fresh tires. Be interesting to see now. You know, these guys pitted lap 37, so the previous caution. How much 7 lap holder tires is going to make a difference? How quick it's going to make a difference?
I think there's still a lot of racing to go where tire wear is going to be a factor towards the end.
100%. Like right now, that pack that just pitted with the pit window for being about 25 laps for a fuel run, that's going to put them at lap 69. They really just need to, you know, come and take a splash of fuel and go. Right? That's going to be an advantage over somebody who has to take a full pit stop. Or you take a 5-second pit stop opposed to an 11 or a 12-second pit stop. It's going to make all the difference. A bump from Hurst on Monday in the 57.
You know, just to follow your thought, though, it's going to make a big difference the other direction if that happens under caution, though.
Oh, 100%.
All right, we're off here.
Piling out to the lead finally. They're 3 wide in behind them, 4 wide. They're shuffling. Let's see if we can see what's going on at the back of the class.
I sat in the back of the class.
Yeah, you did. '28 machine gets a huge run, looking low on Laurent. Manning chops her down. Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh. Oh,
Lord. Wow. That's say a prayer.
Say a prayer for you. You weren't ready for that one.
That was a monster. Ooh.
That's tough racing there because you know that 6th machine was 3 wide, but here they're coming out of turn 3, and you will just the quarter speed here. The far chase. The 06 is up in no person's land. There's
nobody should be there.
Nobody should be that high.
Nobody.
But you see the 53 sliding up the track. And he's sliding up too soon in comparison to the other cars, right? 6 is coming down. I don't know, Chris. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, 53 is and we should see that at full speed, please, but looks like 53 is just out of control. Not out of control, but like they're
Lord.
They're sliding. That's carnage there.
There's a lot of hurt trucks. We'll do it up at full speed here.
Full speed. You can 53 looks like it's just sliding. I mean, it doesn't matter where the 06 is.
Medic. I don't know who somebody almost hit the wheelbarrows. Oh, there it is. That's the 13. The carnage here, Chris. That is crazy.
Devastating.
Here's the 13 sliding. No control. And look at this. Ready? You know, I would have to say in all of my time racing, whether it's video game racing or real racing, but drawing on my real life experience, whenever you are unexpecting of somebody hitting you or hitting something, like you spin out and you put your back end into the wall, like you back the car up into the wall, that is the most unsettling feeling. Like you can't even anticipate the impact that your body's gonna feel. You just hammer the wall and you're like, oh shit, what just happened?
Also, the worst for your deck.
Yes.
Well, that was a wild ride.
Yeah, it was. Island, our current points leader after 6 races, now in the lead. He's got a 10-point lead over the 88 machine, who's currently in 10th. That's Mark Morton. Morton is the only driver with 2 wins this season. Third place in points is in 11th. That's the 98 of Copperthorne. He's been starting deep in the field, like more consistently, but you know, had great finishes. So no wins. Win? Yeah, he won. Got a win. But he's down 9 spots, so you know, he started right up front tonight, but just no luck. Oh, we're missing the 24 car of Don Francesco.
Oh, yes.
He is not in the field. Two-minute-long caution laps. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Where are we going to next week, Chris? Do you know?
I can sure find out that information.
Hold on, I got it.
Oh, okay.
Next week we're headed to Talladega Super Duper Speedway for 60 laps. That's going to be a fast time. Different racing, right?
Loves Talladega.
We've just gone through like a bunch of different tracks that has called on all of these drivers' abilities. And we've seen a bunch of different drivers just rise up to the occasion back and forth. So, you know, I'm expecting this one here, Pocono, we're going to see either a repeat winner or somebody new come to the forefront. But Pylan's off to a great start, opening up a half-second lead upon the green. Big long drag race down these stretches. Woo!
Little loosey-goosey almost.
Yeah, 5 brushes the wall and there's almost contact there, causing carnage. 28 does a good job of staying low and running that bottom line. It's hard to get that momentum because the 28 is not able to pass the 5 machine with that momentum. Down into turn 3 next. We'll have to see if the 28 can make a move on the exit of 3. Ooh, brush of the wall for BB in the 83. Back up to our leader here, Jimmy Pilen checking out. Half-second lead. Got Monday, Hurst, Manning, and Morton rounding out our top 5, all within a second. Manning with the freshest tires and the furthest up. Got the run on Monday. He's looking down the inside. Manning's going to start to hunt down our leader, Pilen, now within 4/10. With 28 laps to go. Olsen looking on the inside of Hurst. Hurst and Tolson tight.
You want some of that chicken?
Yeah, he do. Olsen not able to get the run on Hurst. Almost contact between the two drivers, which could have resulted in another caution for us.
Oh boy.
Battle's going down into turn 3, but Hurst has lost too much speed hitting the wall. Manning's starting to look on Pilen. We'll jump up to our leader here. He's looking at the last second. He's got to look. See how these fresher tires do. Pilen holds him off.
Manning's going to be patient.
Yeah,
He's got the time.
He does have the time. I mean, everyone's still got to come in for another set of pits, right? So, but you know, funny enough, we were talking about the points championship. Manning, Morton, and Pilen are 1, 2, and 4 in the championship. So, you know, this is not just a race for the win tonight. It's a race to show dominance at the potential for a championship this season.
Really, what it's all about is getting a gaggle of points at the end of the day.
You don't gaggle and say. Tolson and Monday battling it out here. Take a look, a little smidgy back. So hard to get a pass here at the tricky triangle.
It's a cool little track to race at. I think I've only raced at it maybe once or twice, but it's been fun watching these guys go around.
Yeah, I don't know if you could say little. It's a 2-mile long track, Chris.
I won't then.
2.5 miles to be precise. 14-degree banking in turn 1, 8-degree banking through the tunnel turn, and then 6-degree banking through turn 3. So that's why they call it the tricky triangles, is just because of the variation between all of the turns.
And is there any reason why it's a triangle?
Because it got 3 turns. I'll turn on the track map for you.
Okay.
And you can see, our viewers will be able to see on the track map, it looks like a weird shaped triangle.
That's an isosceles.
Is it?
I don't know.
You stick to counting numbers, not to
Right.
telling
Right.
about triangles, right? So
Speaking of numbers, 25 to go. That's not any lie.
the 28 machine now charging, looking to make a move on the 88 of Morton. Anning's got a run going into turn 3 on Pylon. Oh, sliding up the track there. They're running the second and third groove of that turn. You can't make a pass. Can't make a
Got out of
pass.
sorts there a little bit.
Yeah, but you can't make a pass on the bottom. When you get to the bottom side, like, nobody's really had any luck. That outside driver has to screw up for a pass on the bottom to occur. Monday crosses Manning over. That was tight. Battle for the top 5. You can throw a blanket under these drivers, all within 7/10 of each other. Woo! Morton gets a little out of sorts out of the tunnel turn. To see if that 28 machine gets a run here.
This is just some good racing here at Pocono.
Yeah, good hard racing. Monday's fallen off a little bit, but you can see Manning right on the bumper of the 28, on the bumper of the 88, and just a car length away from the 29. You know, last week we had an epic battle between 5 cars. Ben Ryan was one of them. We talked about him earlier. He was in the broadcast chat. He led the most laps last week, and then the 28 machine pit cycled, got out front, and the drivers just kept trying to charge underneath them. And what we're seeing now in the truck is that low line doesn't allow you to get a run. The drag race. Morton brushed the wall.
Can you get a substantial draft?
Yeah, for sure. Like,
Yeah.
These straightaways are so long that drafting is actually very huge.
Okay.
Island might be in trouble here. The 28 machine is now on his bumper, and he steadily marched his way up to the front. Island's got about 5 lap older tires than the 28 machine. We'll have to see if he can hold off the charge. Maybe take a peep away for a second. We'll take a look at the battle for 11th. Richardson is looking to hunt down Ramsey, as well as Phipps is looking under the 83 of BB. He's going to be able to get the spot, maybe. The drag race down the front stretch. Going to go back up to our leaders now. Meow. Island's still holding off the charge there. We looked away for a couple corners. It looks like Morton has dropped off. Oh, we've got pit strategy forming here, Chris.
We talked about this earlier. Tires, it looks like.
Tires. Get out of the way, pace truck. Like, what are we doing?
What's he doing anyway?
Yeah, he's just sitting there. 20 laps to go. They're bolting on rubbers. Get back up front here. Olsen on the outside. Oh, pit time. Manning and Pilot in the pits. The Tolson's our new leader. This is what won him the race last week. He pitted on a different lap than the other drivers, and when he came out of the pits, he was just in the lead. They couldn't get around him. We're gonna have to see here, Chris, if it's gonna be the same story.
It'll be very interesting because we think we talked about it just I don't know how many laps ago, but if it stays green, it's not going to work out for him, unfortunately. But I think if there is a caution, Tolleson might have a very, very big advantage.
Well, one of the things that he's going to miss here is a little bit of a draft help from the other cars, which could be the detriment. But the way he enters the pits is going to be all the difference here. We'll watch him at the line. Nice and smooth. And you can see Morton pitted the lap prior over Pylon. Morton is a second ahead of Pylon, ahead of Hurst, and then Manning. So it'll be interesting to see how this shuffles out. Wilkinson is now our new leader in that 20 machine. But you have to understand that Wilkinson and Phipps are going to have to pit.
Well, we'll see how many more laps they can go. If they can ride it out for a while, and like I said, if they have that caution, that might work out. If they also have a set of tires.
I mean, just looking at lap times, they're falling off to 55-second laps. When your tires are fresh, you can turn 54s. So it's a second and a bit per lap. The longer you stay out, that you lose. So mathematically, you want to come in and take that advantage earlier. So they're, I'd rather be chased than chasing sometimes. So I think it'll be interesting to see once these shuffle out. And Morton is actually in the lead once pit cycles are done. Morton is about 7/10 ahead of Olsen, who's 4/10 back on Pylon, and Manning has caught them as well. So we're gonna have a real hootenanny of an ending here in about 17 laps.
It's gonna be a real showdown, I'll tell you that. Ooh. And I'll tell you this as well. There's been a lot of math involved in this broadcast.
Bunch of hootenanny giggling math.
Yep.
Dylan Grace entered our chat. He was a regular. He's got a win on the season, but for the summer series here, Pylon gets a little brushed into the wall. But for the summer series here, this 12-race battle, there's 2 drop races. So Dylan's got a win. That 12 machine won at Rockingham, not in the field tonight. Won't really affect the point standings because they take your top. Your 10 best finishes out of the 12-race season. Taking a look at the battle for the lead. '88 lets the 28 go. No fighting there. 88 brushes the wall. Let's take a look at our lap times, Chris. Let's see who the fastest truck is on the track. 54 flat for our leader. 54.79 for the 88 machine. 54.08 for Manning. 54.39 for Pylon. 54.41 for Hurst. Our leader is marginally the fastest truck on the track with 15 laps to go. 15 laps to go, Chris. You gotta. Do you think we're gonna see another caution? Like, what's the deal?
That is a good one. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna err on the side of caution. I'm gonna say no. I think this is going green to the end. How do you like that?
Oh man.
We're going down to the end of the race.
Going down. Yelling timber.
I'm really missing Don Francesco in this race because he's always good entertainment.
Oh, he's quite the driver, but you can see that the 28 machine has now opened up a second lead, and Morton is falling backwards. If we don't see a caution, I'm going to be very surprised to see if Manning's able to catch that 28 machine once he gets around Morton. Got a battle.
Olsen and Manning both took tires?
Yes.
That last stop? Yeah, that's going to be a tough one.
Taking a look at the battle here for... They were close there, huh?
A little bit.
For 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Ooh, that's the squeeze play right there.
That's a squeezer. A push.
That's the love bump.
Like, hey, I'm gonna shove you in the corner, give you a little helpsy. That's the 38 machine of Jeff Scott on the bottom side. 57 a Monday on the outside with 98 at Copperthorne, just slowly making his way back up front.
Joker's wild.
Is it? Huh. Monday gives the 5 another shot. It's starting to not be on the side of love tapping. Like Manning and Morton are battling. Manning is now ahead of the 88 machine, so... ...12 laps to go. Our leader's got almost a 2-second lead over the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th and 5th place cars. Like, that's a pretty big gap to kind of close up in that time. The race might be sealed and dealed to 28, who might go back-to-back wins at Roughneck Racing, the Wagoner's Welding Truck Series. Race number 7, Pocono Speedway, 2.5 miles, the circuit. But only one winner.
You know, just don't count all your chickens before they hatch.
You said there was going to be no more caution.
I did say that, but that doesn't mean we might see some hard racing.
Yeah. Oh, you were wrong.
Well,
I bet you'd never heard that before, huh, Chris?
Don't count all your chickens. Looks like I was right.
All right, I guess so. Let's take a look at our SpeedZone TV instant replay here. I'm not sure what we're about to see, but it doesn't look good. Yeah.
You're in the Navy.
Yeah.
I think he just enrolled him.
Oh, I think you might be right. I don't know. I don't know how else to slice that one.
Yeah.
Just coming down into the tunnel turn. The 6 does have the nose there. But let's take a look at the entry. It looks like to me like the 6 misses the entry of the corner. You should be ripping that yellow line. That's going to be a hard hit in the wall.
You know, his truck says fudge brownies. I think there's a joke in there somewhere.
Isn't that
I'm
like
not gonna
an
go
actual
there.
package, though?
Yeah.
We're going to see some pit stops here. Are they going to just duke it out? Like, I know the 28 machine, he had this sewed up, so he definitely didn't want that caution. But, you know, do we have tires left in the arsenal?
I think there's tires left.
Bunch of cars coming down the pits. Joker's wild, Jeff Scott. Bolting on some candy. Let's see if he's bolting on candy. Oh, yeah. Left sides.
Yep.
Who else? We got Phipps. BB. BB's got rights. You know, these late race cautions, to me, they do one of two things. They either really set us up for some great racing, they set us up for some damn carnage.
I think we're going to get a little bit of both, honestly.
I mean, these guys are going to be in 13th position with brand new tires. That's going to be crazy for that 88 machine, or sorry, 83 machine of BB. BB's currently in 7th in points. So, you know, he could be overdue tonight for a pretty good run for, you know, moving him up the points bracket here. You know how many cautions we've had, Chris? 4? Count, buddy.
I don't know. 4?
That's not counting.
I'm running my SDK and it's not kept up properly.
What do you mean?
It says first caution.
Oh, my SDK doesn't say caution.
Oh.
Oh, well. Back to the bad commentary that we bring.
Yeah. I feel like I've really elevated this broadcast.
Me too. It's eerily quiet on the racetrack. These drivers are definitely going to start contemplating what is the strategy to get into the first position to claim the race tonight. 28 taking the strategy of running the high side to restart here. So this is the, you know, driver's choice when they come to that white flag lap. Or taking the green, the leader can elect to start high or low. We've seen dominating performances all night on the high side where, you know, you can't complete the pass. So this is going to be a tough little cookie, Chris. You might just want to fudge it.
Yep. I mean, the cookie might crumble.
Take a look at fastest lap times. The fastest lap time, 500ths apart, are between cars 1 and 2. Manning and Tolleson. It's very quiet, Chris. They're about to go green. Green's
This is
out.
the pit cutter.
It's a drag race. Manning tucks in behind the 28 machine. Piling in behind as well. He's going to look low here. Get out of the way, RVs. '28 has been one of the toughest competitors here, especially tonight. Island brushes the wall out of 3. Morton elects to tuck in behind down the drag strip. 6 laps to go. We're not seeing those new tires charge up as much as I thought. This is the battle in and around 10th spot with a cluster of trucks.
It's a cluster.
I didn't want to use gaggle. Scott doing a good job putting on a show tonight. He's not a regular in the series, but he's showing to be a dominant force in 9th spot right now. Take a look at our leader, Barry Tolson, in the 28 Oreos. Up to a 3-4 tenths lead. Let's see if he's able to marginally get ahead on the exit of the corner. Manning pulling slightly back in with that draft, narrowing it to a 3 tenths. Great corners by that 28 machine. Yellow is out, Chris. Not sure what happened here, but let's take a look at this moment.
These guys are feisty.
Feisty. We'll get on board here with Mark Morton, the 88. He's sideways already. So this is the drag race into the tunnel turn. Morton gets on the yellow line, and that's going to get into Hurst. Hurst is doing a pirouette like a ballerina alongside Morton. They might have practiced that.
I think they did. They practiced it at KFC.
Oh, God. That's how they cook the chicken.
Yeah.
Go back to live action. That was our SpeedZone TV instant replay. Four laps to go. We're going to enter GWC territory, Chris.
That always makes for an exciting finish.
Manning wasn't able to close that gap. Like, does the 28 machine have this in the bag? Are we going to see Pylan come out of the woodworks and charge forward? What are you predicting here? Or are you predicting another caution? What do you say, Chris?
I say we'll go caution free, but I'll tell you what, though, those top 3 drivers have been, those 3 are very, very aggressive, but drive smart, and they've been handling themselves very, very good all race. So I'll tell you what, as far as who's going to win, I don't know.
Good thing we're watching it live.
Good thing.
I guess we'll know when it's time to know.
I'm losing my data as we speak, but 28 is Tolleson. Is that correct?
Yep.
Tolleson. I think if Tolleson is able to get a good start, I think Tolleson can probably have a good chance of taking this victory.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
Not sure if yeah, I agree with that, Chris. I think if Tolson gets a great start, he's going to be hard to get around. Very interesting.
Well, I mean that, and also who's not rooting for Oreos?
I like homemade cookies.
Well, they're not in the race.
Right? There's no sponsor called Homemade Cookies. Don't be a loser, Rob. Pulling those belts tight again. We'll be taking the green next time by. We'll just take a quick break and give a shout out to Wagner's Welding.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding.
Awesome sauce. We're back. Lights are off on the pace truck. Currently
I'll tell you what, I couldn't be more excited right now.
Oh, yeah? Why's that?
This race is about to get going again.
We've got a new broadcaster that has joined me. I have a cat named Max on my lap. Hello, Max.
Hello, Max. Pace truck is in.
You're very observant. Green is out. Up from Pylon.
That wasn't the greatest start.
Not the one that we saw last time where he was able to break out to a much more substantial spot.
I think we're going to see a show here at the end.
Well, I hope so. Once they cross the line here, the race is going to go official. Monday is under the 29 of Pylon. They're 3 wide and behind. And Tolson's gonna drag race complete down the front stretch as he opens up to a 3/10 lead. He's gonna be hard to catch unless he makes a mistake here. And in the hunt there, you can see that the 98 machine. Oh, Monday in the wall.
Oh, whoa!
It's going to give Copperthorne the spot. And Pylon might be able to make a move for P2 here. Through the tunnel turn. Little brush. It's Copperthorne going 3. Oh, contact.
Oh! Oh, no!
Pylon's going around. That's our points leader.
Oh!
Oh, carnage. Oh, God. They're wrecking all in the front stretch, too.
Oh, wow. That was some wild racing.
What is happening? Let's go ahead and take a look at the 3 wide incident here with Pylon and
Copperthorne
and the 78 of Manning with Monday in behind. You know, it's the last lap, last corner. But, you know, maybe Copperthorne could have came down a little bit more.
I think Pylon had just nowhere to go. He just kind of sandwiched, kind of bounced around.
Yeah, well, he got knocked up into the 78. That's going to be a big hit to the points, you know, allowing some other drivers to make up ground, unfortunately.
And he's almost collecting it.
Yeah.
Almost.
And big hit.
That didn't help.
Well, it looked like he tried to knock him straight. I guess not, eh?
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it was.
I'm sure. But, you know.
All right, let's see a replay here of the finish. How about that? Because we saw some carnage up there.
Well, there's the checkered flag being thrown for the 28 of Tolson. Copperthorne's going to come in P2 with a drag race at the line between Monday and Manning. And it's looking like the stats are saying that Monday...
The fans are fired up.
The fans look fired up.
They're really they're fired up about that finish.
I mean, that was a great finish. But here's
it was cool.
A shot of our top 3. We're going to just take a little breather for a second, and then we'll do some driver interviews.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road.
Burning them down as that 28 machine celebrating his back-to-back wins. We're going to go ahead and grab our second place finisher in just one second.
That's French, I think, for second.
Is it?
I've
been working on my French.
I think you've nailed everything so far.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy. Heck yeah. So let's see who is out and out of the tech shed and ready for a quick interview with us. SpeedZone TV, Rob and Chris, Mr. Eric Copperthorne. Congrats on your P2. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I was sweating it. Oh, quite an exciting end. That's for sure.
I mean, very much.
Hey, Eric, how are you, buddy?
Good, good, good.
Man, it was exciting, man. We saw you come through the field, and yeah, you didn't just make the podium; you made second place. It was super awesome.
Yeah, it was good. I had trouble first lap in the tunnel turn. got clipped and ended up in the wall. So I ended up with damage. Ended up by the end of the first lap, I was running last. So it was a long fight to get back, but luckily this was a long race, and so plenty of time to work my way back.
Yeah, we didn't get to see what happened when you kind of slid up the track there. So, did you get damage from that? And what did it take to get it repaired?
I got clipped by the 57 going into the tunnel turn. He apologized. There's not much room there, and it took 2 pit stops when we had those yellows, and it was about 4 minutes of repair. So it did. I got it fixed. Was able to run, good laps, and eventually just kind of work my way up to. And the yellows helped out for sure.
Yeah, for sure. That definitely. I was a little worried about where you'd finish tonight, but Pete, heck of a run. You're sitting third in points before the night started, so this is definitely going to help your championship run. What was your take on that last 3 wide entry into the turn 3? Like, were you think you were going to lose all the marbles, or what was going on? What happened in your perspective?
Well, I'm not quite sure what happened above me, but I had a nice run underneath. Either they got together or somebody slipped and just got loose and just gave me a little bit more of a run. And I just kind of stomped on it and prayed.
Heck yeah. Well, Eric, congrats on your P2 tonight. Who do you want to give a shout out to?
I want to give a shout out to you guys. I enjoyed reading the description, and you really put a lot of effort into it, and I appreciate that because it really shows. And it's a really neat broadcast, and it's just fun to watch, and it's fun to watch later because I use it for learning. Because a lot of stuff I don't see, so it's nice to see what you guys put together. It gives me some more information that I can use later on, and it's just a really good job.
Well, thanks, buddy. It's
Thank you, Eric.
there's a lot of secret sauce in there,
Yeah,
sauce.
no, it's written really well. It's it's clear that you know what you're doing and enjoy what you're doing and know us as drivers.
Yeah, well, 2 seasons now. It's more enjoyable to like watch yourself run well, fall back in the field, charge up front. Like, that's entertaining for me to just be a part of, right? So thank you.
Yeah.
Eric, I had a question for you real quick. You said you had 4 minutes of repairs?
Yeah, and luckily with Pocono, you could do it and break it up in 2 pit stops and still not lose a lap.
How discouraging at the time is it to know that you have that many, or, that period of repairs and to still get on the podium and place second? That's awesome. You did a great job.
In any other track, I'd be more disappointed, but because the pace laps are so long here, you had a shot of actually getting fully repaired and then working your way back up. And other tracks, you just wouldn't get that.
Well, that's a terrific job.
All right, Eric. Well, congrats on your
Appreciate
P2, and we hope to be chatting to you soon.
I hope so.
All right, take care, brother.
Take care.
All right, thanks. All right, bye.
Heard it from Eric himself there. Just a tough battle at the end, and a tough battle to make his way through the field. We're going to bring in our P3 finisher, Robert Monday. It's Rob in the booth and Chris in the booth, Mr. Monday. Congrats on your P3. How you feeling?
Amped up. I'm like a kid in a candy store. I'm shaking all over the place.
Hell yeah. Take us through your race tonight. You were up front for a good chunk of the night. Did you expect to be fighting it out at the end where you were?
I had high hopes. Me and Barry were talking about it, because he started on the outside and I was behind him, and I was just hoping I could get a good start and at least push him. But I was not getting good starts tonight. But, as the runs went on, the truck started getting better and better, and I could tell that I was making a little bit more progress than some of the other drivers and could just hold my own.
Yeah, 100%. And, I was fortunate enough to do some practice laps with you, and you were pretty fast in practice. So I felt, your preparation probably set you up for the finish that you got tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Makes a good
The
deal.
big thing, yeah, the biggest thing I noticed, and especially within practice, is if you got to run in the corners, if you could get to the outside of somebody, you could make a run. But at the moment you drop to the inside, it's like you lose all head of steam. Like you just hit a brick wall.
100%.
We saw that several times this race.
Horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible. We're headed to Talladega next week. Are you expecting to be a front contender there?
Me and my teammates have got a little different preparation for that with the plate track stuff. The plate track stuff it's the luck of the draw, man. It's one of those deals that could either go really good for you or really bad.
100%. 100%. So, I think you missed a couple races in the season. Did you? Question mark?
I missed one. I don't remember what track it was.
Okay.
But I know I missed one.
Yeah, so I mean, you're still in the mix for finishing out the points quite well. You're not too far outside of the top 10, and a finish like this tonight definitely positions you for that. Do you think you'll be a contender for a podium in the championship?
If I can gather up some good nights like tonight, yeah, I have good hope. It's so difficult because you got so many good drivers in here between Mark and Jimmy and Barry. Congratulations on him winning. Eric, and we've got a lot of great good drivers in here, really fast and really competitive.
100%. 100%. Who do you want to give a shout out to tonight for your P3 finish? Okay.
My teammates, Wayne Isabel, Mike Presley, and Brandon McKee. They didn't have the greatest nights of tonight, and I was kind of hoping that they would have, and could have been running up front with me, and we'd made some things happen. Johnny and all the the admins who put the league on for us and everything, and you guys who live stream it for us, can't thank you guys enough for allowing us to come do this and having fun.
Heck yeah.
Well, yeah, thank you, Robert. It's a blast watching you guys tonight.
Oh, it was fun. I can tell you that. There were some moments, but yeah, it was fun. It's a good experience.
All right, sir. Well, I hope to be chatting to you again soon, and once we get away from the plate racing, where it moves to a driver style track instead of luck of the draw, luck of the finish. Hopefully you'll be back here when we're at Indianapolis or Las Vegas or Auto Club or Charlotte throughout the season. I
look forward to it. I want to talk to you guys. I enjoy it. This is other than doing the speedway stuff, which I got a third place in that. This is actually my first top 3 in the SpeedZone stuff. Yeah. Actually my second top 3, but the first one with the truck series.
Okay.
Yeah, when I tried following Eric, coming out of 3, and I was just sitting there looking, hoping I could beat out Ty to the line to get a third.
Yeah, and that was a good battle between you and Manning at the line there, but you just marginally beat him by like a fraction of a thousandth or something. Like that,
oh yeah,
right?
it was couldn't blink that fast.
No, you couldn't. But once again, congrats on your P3 finish, Robert, and I hope that Chris and I will be chatting to you soon.
Yeah, congratulations, Robert. Great job, buddy.
Thank you, guys, and you guys have a great rest of your evening, and look forward to coming back here again.
Heck yeah.
Thank you.
Talk to you later, buddy.
Yep.
All right, Chris, we're going to be bringing in Hot Shoe, Barry Tolson. Mr. Barry, back-to-back wins. How you feeling, brother?
Oh, I can't complain. Appreciate it, fellas.
Yeah, very impressive run. Like similar to last week, right? Like once you got out in front, it's very hard to pass. So maybe you can give us some insights on the type of racing that you were seeing tonight.
Yeah, Kyle was the biggest competition out there, but I'd get up and just run with him, and you're gonna burn your tires up faster up front than you are following. So I let him use his up a little bit, and then I figured it was time to go.
Yeah. I mean, well, you did that exactly. So that strategy paid off for you. Earlier on in the race, outside of Ty, where you feel any pressure from any of the other drivers?
Oh yeah, Jimmy Powell, he's always fast. You can't never count him out anywhere. Then you got Sam Luster and Monday. They all started right there with us on the restart.
Yeah, overall, I felt like we had some, great racing, some good battles. You didn't get to see some of the carnage. But I'm sure there'll be chats about it at the drivers' meeting. But go back and take a look at the broadcast and see what happened. Last corner of turn 3 there, that was pretty interesting. We're headed to Talladega next week, Barry. Are you a plate racer?
No, not at all. That's where you gotta have friends.
Yeah. Maybe that you should change your paint, Barry, like looking for friends or some shit.
Hey, you just wait till next week.
Well, I mean, impressive. Like, you went back-to-back wins. You had a dominating performance last week over Ben Ryan, who led most of the laps, but you were able to get the lead there. You've joined an elite club now of having 2 wins on the season. That's a tie with Mark Morton. There's still only 5 winners in 7 races. I'm not sure how the points are going to work out for you if you're going to be able to make a run at the championship. I forget how many races that you had.
I know I missed the first one.
So you might be able to squeak in the points because there's 2 drop races out of the 12. I mean, you've been pretty dominant. So you're currently sitting in 7th in points. So yeah, I think you could have a run at the championship here, Barry. Or is that something that you're having sights on?
Man, I'll be honest with you, I ain't worried about a championship. I'm just going out here and doing my best to go as fast as I can and run my race every week.
Oh yeah. Chris, did you have any questions for
Barry
before?
Yeah, I was just going to say hi to Barry real quick. Barry, I think it was yours to lose tonight. I mean, you were very, very consistent in the lead most of the race. Very, very good battling with the 78. And just congratulations to you. That's all. It was very, very good racing. I missed last week's race to commentate with Robert. So he said you won last week. So this is back to back. And I know next week there's a lot of luck involved at Talladega. But, just wish you the best. And then when we get back to regular racing again after that, let's see if you can maybe make it a 3-peat. But congratulations tonight. Great job.
Yeah. Who do you want to give a shout out to, Barry?
I'll just shout out you and Chris and to Tim Morton, Ryan Hunter, Johnny Hurst, everybody that runs the leagues. We wouldn't have fun if they didn't put these things on. So I got to thank all of them.
Heck yeah, brother. Well, you did it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Back to back, Barry. Impressive run. I think you could have, obviously you'll be a contender for some more wins this season. And honestly, it's a pleasure watching you navigate through the field. So congrats on your win.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah, take care.
Thank you, too.
All right, Chris. This is the fun part of the evening where you close us out with your race synopsis.
Oh boy, this is more fun than the racing itself, I think, is when I close us out. No, hey, it was a great time tonight. You know what? I said it before. I'm going to say it again. A very, very respectful racing. Great league tonight. We did have a handful of cautions, but, it was racing. Nothing that was flagrant. Good battling, I should say, too. We saw some very, very good battles that was entertaining. We saw the carnage at the end, which is not always good to see at the end, but I'll tell you what, it does make for exciting broadcasting. But it was good times, good racing. I got to see the whatever this thing is called here, the crazy triangle, whatever you called it, the tricky triangle. What do we call it?
Tricky
Did
triangle.
I lose you, buddy?
No.
Tricky triangle. The tricky triangle with a gaggle of fans, gaggle of incidents, and it was a gaggle of laughs with you too. How about that?
Heck yeah, brother. Well, we'll be back next week for Talladega Super Speedway. We got a 60-lap battle there, so that should be pretty interesting. Very different style of driving. I agree with your comments, Chris. Like, we had exciting racing, a couple carnagey cautions, but overall very respectful. Make sure you're sharing out the broadcast with everyone. Throw some love on it. Hit a like. Make sure you're
And subscribe.
Make sure you're hitting the gearbox in the bottom right. We're broadcasting in 4K, so you want all of the beautiness of what iRacing has to offer. We can definitely give that.
Get all the love,
all the beautiness and love. But really, pleasure hanging out with you tonight, Chris, and really some exciting racing. But hats off to Barry in that 28 Oreo machine, going back-to-back wins at Roughneck Racing, the Wagner's Welding Truck Series. It's been some very intense battles the last 3 or 4 races where we don't want to look away from the top 5. Like, you could throw a blanket over them. So I'm sure we're going to see some crazy action at Talladega, and make sure that you're tuning in next week. So that's going to be goodbye from me, Robert Warrens, and goodbye from...
And goodbye from me too. I'm thinking about getting some Oreos, Robert. Maybe you'll come over later.
Yeah, I'd love to, but you're a little far away.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Until next time. Yeah, it was a good time, buddy.
It was a good time. Thank you for everyone tuning in, and we'll be back next week for some more action race number 8. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.